Welcome back. Now let's talk about our first data structure, that is arrays. Now what is an array means? Array is an object type that is designed for storing data collections. Let us see an example that I need to store some fruit names in variables. For that I need to write const fruit1 equal apple, and then const fruit2 equal banana, and then I am giving another const fruit3 equal grape. Now, for example, if we write 10 or 15 names like this, we need to create 10 or 15 variables same. So instead of writing all those like that, we need to write all together in a big container using a single variable. That's why we have data structures in JavaScript, and arrays are such a data structure. An array is like a big container into which we can throw variables and then later reference them. So here we get data from somewhere, we store and process data, and then we give some data back, and that data, it has to go somewhere. It has to be stored in some place, and for that we use data structures just like arrays. There are two most important structures in JavaScript, that are arrays and objects. Now here we will see the arrays. Instead of doing all these, I am creating here a new variable const fruit equal, and then we need to write here brackets to create a new array. And now let's write here names. These are called elements. I'm writing here apple same names separated by comma, and then here again name banana. These are the strings, so that's why I'm writing in column. And then grapes. And then I need to console this. Fruit. Let's reload here and then check. And so here is the result. So this is the actual way of declaring arrays. Now I will show you the another way of declaring this. Const, here I am taking years and then equal. We need to write here new keyword and then array, and then open parenthesis and close up parenthesis. In this we need to write the years 2000, 2005, 2006, 2010. Here this array is a function because we called it here basically using these parentheses open and close. Here we have used a new keyword because otherwise it's not going to work here. Based on these two, this is the easiest way of writing all these, and this is all called as literal syntax. Here an array can hold many values under a single variable name, and you can access the values by referring them to an index number. And in arrays, the index numbers are starting from 0, 1, 2 and so on. Here the place apple is 0 and banana is 1 and the grapes is 2, like this the order. Now if we want to console the element number 0, then write console.log here fruit, and then use square brackets. In that square brackets, give your 0 as the number. 0 means the first element, that is apple. And then reload. See, the apple is displayed. And if we want the number 2, then here give 2. So this is 0, 1, 2. That's the order. See, grapes displayed. And then we also get actual number of elements in the array. For that, we need to write console.log and then fruit and then place dot length. This dot length is something called a property. We see that in the objects lecture, and see here the output it displayed is 3. It is not based on 0 based. Here the elements index value is 0, 1, 2. The last element is 2, but it displayed 3, that is 1, 2, 3. It is based on working like that. So for that we need to write console.log fruit and then also write fruit.length minus 1. And so here we need to write brackets here because JavaScript tells that we need to write brackets, and inside of that brackets we need to write an expression. That expression produces a value for us. Here it displayed grapes, that's working here. Actually the fruit length is 3 displayed, and here we are giving this value is 3 minus 1, that is 2. Fruit 2 means the value is 0, 1, 2, that displayed 2. So it's working. And now here I want to show you that I want to replace one of the elements name in the array. So further write fruit element number 2. I want to change element 2 as orange. And then console.log fruit. And then see the result. See, now it's changed to orange. Here the elements are apple, banana, grapes. And now I want to change this 2 number element to orange. So that is changed here, apple, banana and orange. Now if I want to change whole the array means that we can't change. It's impossible here. Now let's take an example that a person's details to elements const person equal, here open the brackets. Here I want to give the name as Priya. And then comma, and then I want to give again name John, and then I need to calculate the age 2026 minus 25. And then she is a teacher. I need to write the string. So place this. And then write console.log person, and then reload here. Here it displayed Priya, John, 31 years, and then a teacher. And now I want the length of the person's elements. Console.log person dot length. And then reload. Here it displayed 4. So actually 1, 2, 3, 4. This is, but the basically the elements order is 0, 1, 2, 3. Now I will show you an example that how in functions we use arrays. First, age calculating. We already done this example in previous functions. Calculating birth year and then return 2040 minus birth year. And now here I am writing an array const year equal brackets 2000, 2001, 2000, 2001, and then 2002, 2004, then 2005. These are all the elements in the array. And now I'm calling this age calculating. Here we have to write function. I didn't put it. We have to call this age calculating. And now write here year. Is this the correct way to pass this year as in a parameter for this? Let us see that we need only 1 year for this birth year, but here we have in the array so many 5 years. So which one it will take? Let us see right here console.log and then here close. And then just reload here. See displayed none. This is not a number. And here I will show you one thing. Years. And then it displayed the years. For this. Okay, we displayed here. So year. It displayed this. And now I will give here year plus 10. Now it takes all these are strings. Now it added 10 to the last string. So and now I am giving here year minus 10. See, it displayed in not a number. Now for this what we can understand means we cannot do operations with arrays. Here we can use age calculation function for using individual elements of the array. For that we need to write here, delete this one, 2005. And then use const which calculate here. Here we need to store the value. For that I am using here age 1. Age calculating. Here I am writing here get element number 0 and then copy and paste. Now here change to or 3, and now I will write an expression here. Year dot length -1, and so I need to log this into console. Console.log age 1. We need to change this here, age 2, and then the age 3. Age 1, age 2, and then age 3. Let's reload. See the result. The age first birth year is 40, and then 36, and then 35. Here check the first age 1, that is year 0, 0th element, that is 2000. 2040 minus 2000, that is 40. And then next the third element 0, 1, 2, 3, that is 2004. 2040 minus 2004, that is 36. And then here the year length -1, that is 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 minus 1, that is 4. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, that is 2005. 2040 minus 2005, that is 35. And now I want to write this h1, h2, h3 like an array. Right? Const for storing I am using ages equal same copy here and then paste, then comma, copy this, then paste, copy, paste. Now it is an array. And then give console. Console.log ages. Let's see, reload. See, same values. It displayed the same values. And now I hope that you all are familiar with these arrays, how to create arrays, array structure, and how to place all these elements in an array and calling elements in an array and number of elements in an array and these replacing the values in an array and how to place arrays in functions and how we will use arrays in functions. Okay, now this is all about the session. We'll continue in the next lecture. Thank you.